Hello, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Attorney E Immigration Lawyer. My name is Attorney Elaine Antonio Bordeaux. In today's episode, pag-uusapan natin returning resident visa. Ito ang visa para dun sa mga nag-overstay, mga permanent residents or mga LPRs or conditional residents na nag-stay outside of the United States for more than 1 year or na-expiran ng mga re-entry permit. Ang re-entry permit ay valid yan for 2 years. So kung meron kang re-entry permit and then na-expire at nasa labas ka pa ng US, this is something that you can do. Okay? Ito ang relief or remedy to get your residence back. We're gonna go over this. Before that, disclaimer muna tayo. This presentation is for educational purposes only. This is not meant to replace a consultation with your a qualified immigration attorney. No attorney-client relationship is formed by watching this presentation. Okay, so, all right. Ano ba ang mangyayari if a permanent resident or a conditional resident remained outside of the United States for more than 1 year? O kaya naman, nagstay outside of the US beyond the validity period of the re-entry permit. So yung re-entry natin, valid siya for 2 years. What will happen? Okay, ang mangyayari is makukonsider na inabandon mo ang iyong resident status. So ang consequences niyan, of course, kung may abandonment, maaari kang ma-deny ng entry pabalik sa United States, maaari ka ring malagay sa removal process. Okay, so ano ang remedy mo sa mga situation na ito yung para sa mga nakapag-overstay? Lalo na ngayon, di ba, maraming mga may entry permits na hindi na nakabalik in time. O kaya naman, may mga pangyayaring beyond your control na dapat magstay ka lang for less than 6 months and then nakapag-stay ka ng matagal dahil sa mga sitwasyon. Say for instance, may nagkasakit sa pamilya mo o nagkasakit ka at hindi ka nakabalik agad sa United States within the 1-year period. Ano ang pwede mong gawin? Alright, so maraming mga nag-email sa akin, especially after watching yung video on re-entry permit. Marami akong mga natanggap na emails na nagtatanong kung ano yung pwede nilang gawin kung nagstay na sila outside of the US beyond the validity period of their re-entry permit. Alright, so ang tawag sa visa na ito ay Returning Resident SB-1 visa. If you are an LPR, so dapat resident ka, permanent resident, you're not able to return to the United States within the travel validity period of the green card, 1 year yon, or the validity period of the re-entry permit, 2 years naman yon. You may be eligible and can apply at the nearest US embassy or consulate for a returning resident immigrant visa. So saan ka mag-a-apply? Hindi sa USCIS, mag-a-apply ka sa nearest US embassy or consulate. Tapos dapat ang reason mo for your inability to return to the US was due to circumstances beyond your control. Okay? So ano ang proseso niyan? Paano ka ba mag-a-apply? First, contact the nearest US embassy or consulate in advance of your intended travel. So kung babalik ka na, meron kang intended date of travel pero nag-overstay ka sa Philippines, planuhin mo na siya. Give it at least 3 months in advance para meron kang sufficient time to process yung returning resident visa. Part ng application na ito ay magkakaroon ka na naman ng interview and actually medical exam again. We're going to talk about that later. So meron siyang 2 steps dito sa process na ito. Isang step 1 and then step 2. Step 1 is yung DS-117 application. Yung DS-117 application process, sorry for the wrong spelling, dinidetermine kung eligible ka ba na mabigyan ng returning resident status. Okay? Ano ba ang mga dapat mong patunayan dito? Number one dito, yung, of course, yung status mo, na isa kang residente ng US. At pangalawa, yung reason mo kung ba't ka nag-overstay outside of the US was beyond your control. Ano yung mga reasons na yon? Pwedeng medical incapacitation, employment with a US company, or yung mga sitwasyon na matinding sitwasyon. And titignan naman nila yon case-to-case basis para ma-determine nila kung dapat ka bang bigyan ng returning resident status. So ano mga dapat mong ihanda? Form DS-117, may bayad yan. Permanent resident card, yung Form I-551, kung nag-apply ka ng re-entry permit. Kung hindi man, okay lang. You must also submit supporting documents that show the following. Yung mga dates ng travel outside of the United States, katulad ng airline tickets, passport stamps, proof of your ties to the US and your intention to return. Importante dito kasi, sinasabi mo na wala kang intention to abandon your residence sa United States. So ano yon? Kailangan mo pa rin patunayan na meron kang ties to the United States kahit wala ka dito. Alright? Example, tax returns, evidence of economic, family, and social ties to the United States. So kung meron kang pamilya sa Amerika, kung meron kang properties and social ties, mga organizations na member ka, community. So isasama mo lahat yan na in touch ka pa rin sa kanila at wala ka talagang intention to abandon. Kaya ka lang hindi nakabalik ay dahil dito sa sitwasyon na ito. Okay. Finally, proof that your protracted stay outside of the US was for reasons beyond your control. Yun nga yung mga sinabi nating example kanina. So yan ang first part. And then, ina-apply mo ito sa nearest US embassy or consulate, hindi sa USCIS. Okay? After ma-determine, re-reviewin nila yon, and then kapag na-determine nila na maaari kang mabigyan ng returning resident status, meron pang part 2. Okay? So parang yung first one, dinidetermine lang nila yung reason na valid or katanggap-tanggap yung reason mo kung bakit protracted or matagal kang hindi nakabalik sa Amerika. Pag okay na yon, step 2 naman, you will be given instructions before your interview. You will also be given instructions for your medical exam, including a list of required vaccinations. So may medical na naman. Meron ding instructions kung ano mga documents na kailangan mo dalhin sa interview mo. You have to fill out or submit an application form DS-260. Electronic application na siya, ang original passport mo, 2 photographs, may requirement dyan, and a list of civil documents to bring to your immigrant visa interview as requested by the US Embassy or Consulate. So bibigyan ka naman nila ng mga listahan ng dokumento. So ito na yung step 2 para sa immigrant visa application. Why is this important? Kasi yung step 1, determine kung pwede kang mabigyan ng returning resident status. Itong step 2 ay para mabigyan ka ng immigrant visa na hindi ka na magsisimula without having to go through the process from the beginning. Okay. Paano naman, before we proceed dun sa fees, okay, let's proceed with the fees. So, check the uscis.gov website. Ito ang, nandito ang link, and I provided the link. May mga fees dito. Ito ang mga babayaran. DS-117 fee. I think it's 180. You have to check it. Kung maaprubahan, ay magpo-proceed ka sa immigrant visa application. Meron ding fee ang DS-260 at meron din of course yung medical exam and vaccination fees. Alright? So, what will happen naman kung hindi ka, di ba sinasabi natin step 1 and step 2? Paano naman kung hindi ka makapasa sa step 1? Hindi ka makakapag-proceed sa step 2. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Kung hindi ka, kung ma-deny ang yung application, of course, hindi ka na makabalik as resident sa US, di ba? So, anong options mo? You may or may not be granted non-immigrant status. So, yung iba nag-a-apply ng tourist visa, so depende yon. You may or may not be granted. Pangalawang option mo is kailangan mo na namang i-apply ng immigrant visa. Pwede yung under the category na nag-grant ka ng immigrant visa, but you have to start all over again. So, magsisimula na naman sa USCIS, and depende sa category mo. Kung immediate relatives, walang problema, hindi masyado matagal, pero may processing time pa rin. Pero alam niyo naman, kapag ibang categories, kapag na-overage or kapatid, so magsisimula na naman, 'di ba? Sobrang tagal. Kaya itong proseso na to, maganda ito kung ang dahilan talaga ng pagstay mo, kung meron ka talagang matinding dahilan, okay? At hindi ka nakabalik sa US. So pwede kang mag-apply ng returning resident status, at kung maaprubahan ito ay hindi mo na kailangan magsimula ulit from the beginning. You'll go straight to the immigrant visa application and then medical and then interview, and then once makapasa ka, then you get back your residence, and then pwede ka na ulit magbiyahe as a permanent resident or conditional resident sa US. Okay? All right. So I hope may natutunan po kayo sa ating presentation today. You can get the information, available ang information online, www.uscis.gov, including yung mga fees. Just check it. I don't want to give you the wrong information. And kung may natutunan po kayo sa ating presentation, paki-like and subscribe and share it to your friends. And until next time po, maraming salamat. Thank you.